I'm Jason Broadwater, and I got a company over here downtown, Rev and Flow. And can everybody hear me? Great. We do web marketing, and I'm here to talk about the web. And I would imagine that everybody here is, in some way, concerned about the web. You know, to what extent do I invest in it? To what extent do you use it yourself as a tool? But think about how radically our lives are changing because of the internet. Now, I know that sounds like a radical statement, but think about what work is. When you say I'm at work, increasingly that means I'm sitting at a desk in front of a computer. I'm at work. Increasingly that's what that means. And what are you doing? I have no idea. I don't know what everybody does with their time. Facebooking, I guess. I don't know what people are doing, but it amazes me that increasingly, you're sitting in your office at your desk, you want to call your neighbor, the office next door to you. The fastest way to find the telephone number of your neighbor is to search a global database of 5 to 10 billion documents. That's the fastest, easiest, simplest way to find your neighbor's telephone number. That's phenomenal, if you think about it. As opposed to going to the drawer and pulling out a printed document of 1,000 entries, phone book, you're going to just use a database of 5 to 10 billion entries. Now that is in everything we do. Think about what the web is. Used to, the web was a space that you would enter into. I imagine that the old web was kind of like a big hall or a big convention center that was painted like the universe, like you're out in outer space. And you just walk up to a glass case and there's a page that describes a company and you say, wow, that's neat. And that was it. And you could wander over to another case. And that was it. Now the web is invisible. Design is invisible. Development is invisible. You're doing something. Somebody said, what are you doing? Oh, I'm trying to find out what kind of rates are going in our community banks on a home equity because I want to finance my business. What are you doing? I'm trying to find out a little bit more about this lawyer that I got referred to who's a corporate tax lawyer for business purposes. What are you doing? Well, I'm moving to Fort Mill, South Carolina, and I'm trying to find out, who insures homes in the area. You're doing something that is not, I'm navigating cyberspace. It's not Star Trek. I'm navigating an architecture of information that is organized efficiently. I am experiencing an aesthetic visual. No. All that stuff is invisible. The point of that stuff, the reason why people design and build and all this, is to enable action, activity, to do. Anytime you're on the web, which everybody increasingly is to achieve any type of data exchange, information gathering, communication, whatever the case, they're doing something, right? So the point is that I'm going to make tonight is, how can a small business capitalize on this phenomenon? I mean, the phenomenon is so big. It's so global. It's so huge. But don't think it's bigger than you. Because go back to the example of trying to find your neighbor's telephone number. The fastest way to do it is to search a global database of 8 billion documents. The web is it is infinitely large and infinitely small. It's about specificity. So how do you capitalize on this? Well, you have to figure out what your goals are in terms of using the web, investing in the web. What are you trying to achieve? And usually in a service-based local organization, a service-based marketplace, a local marketplace. If you are an organization, whether you're nonprofit, whether you're business, whether you're a sole entrepreneur or a bigger brand that's kind of a heavy in the local marketplace, whatever you are, the web increasingly determines the perception of prospects, of consumers. So just like it's been for a long time, we are still a referral-based, networking-based, people-based marketplace. We always, hopefully, always will be. I don't particularly want to live inside a cocoon and just look at a screen for the rest of my life. But increasingly, just like coming to a chamber event, talking to somebody, just like the person who's been around for 30 years and has worked for this bank and that bank, and everybody knows him, everybody loves him, how that guy gets more business than you do, that guy gets more referrals than you do because he's been around, he's networked, he's met people. The same thing is happening with the web. The web's becoming an increasing heavy in that whole experience. How do you understand your marketplace? And here's how it happens. A user a visitor, a consumer, uses the web, they sit down and they type in what they want. And what comes back are their options. They type in what they want with a certain amount of specificity. You type in attorney, Rock Hill. That's not a very good search term because it's so competitive. You get tons of attorneys. Do you need a family attorney? You need a corporate attorney? What do you need? So you don't. You type in corporate tax attorney, business attorney, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Boom. Hit enter. What comes back? That is, look at that Google return page. That is your landscape. That is your market landscape. The heavies will be there. The heavies that are corporate tax attorneys, that are the big-time corporate tax attorneys in the Rock Hill marketplace, they will be there. If they're not, they are conspicuously absent. You know, if you type in just real estate, Rock Hill, yeah, the big corporate brands, they'll be there. You know, your Reinhardt, your ERAs, whatever, they'll be there. But how do you, as a real estate agent who is a minor player, how do you compete? Specificity. Specificity. Here's what you have to do to be successful on the web. Two things. You have to get in front of the person that is looking for you. And then you have to engage that person to contact you. It doesn't matter whether they're a referral or whether they are someone who's never heard the name of your company in their whole lives. It does not make one bit of difference. However they got there, they're bringing with them knowledge and some experience that they've had prior to being in front of that computer screen. A buddy said, hey, you should go check out so-and-so law firm, or you should check out such-and-such organization, or whatever. They type in the name of your organization, your company. Whatever comes up as a result, that's their landscape. They're going to click on it. They're going to see you. So, take this lawyer example. You type in attorneys in Rock Hill. If you're an attorney in Rock Hill, you'd like to be there on the results, but it's difficult. It's competitive. How many people are looking for a corporate tax attorney when they type in attorney? Probably not many. Probably bankruptcy and family and whatever else they want. Let's say I type in corporate tax attorney, business attorney, lawyer, Rock Hill, whatever. If you are that, then all you have to do is show up and you got yourself a client. Because you are that. And that's the beauty of the web. Marketers have been saying forever, you need to really, and Bill's saying it in general marketing terms, you need to understand what you're selling, your specific way in which you add value, your unique selling proposition, whatever you want to call it. The reason why you are better for that specific person than somebody else. Take the whole mechanic phenomenon, for example. There's some dudes that like the dealership, and there's some dudes that like the mechanic. Right? I've got guys, I've got friends, and women too, of course, but I think about men. Men's like, oh yeah, I got a mechanic, he's, Joe down on Highway 5, I've been using it for 15 years, I know his daddy, That's fine. There's some people who are going to be in that frame of mind. It suits them better, it fits them better. All they need to know is that that's what Joe is. If they understand that, they'll go there. Some people are more dealership types. I have faith in the brand. I don't have faith in the person who I'm giving my keys. I don't have faith in that person at all. But I know if they mess it up, the brand will take care of everything, and so I'm fine with that, and that makes me happy. So knowing from just experience of just living and just growing up, I know the difference. I know the difference, and I can decide whether I'm a dealership man or I'm a Joe the mechanic man. I can decide. So here's the point. The better that people understand exactly how you serve, the better more people understand exactly how you serve, the more clients you will get, the more leads, the more referrals, the more absolutely everything you get. Let me throw you some examples. I got Carolina Cabinet Refacing as a client of mine up in Charlotte. They reface cabinets. They spend a ton of money on marketing. They're on the radio, they're on TV, they're doing shows, they're all over the place. This guy that owns this company is hilarious. He's a total entrepreneur. He's like, hey, cabinets, cabinets, cabinets. He's like all over the place. What's the purpose of their website? Their website is if you type in cabinet refacing, and if you live in Charlotte, there's absolutely no way you will not experience that company. They are absolutely everywhere. And they pay us enough, and we make sure that's the case. They are pay-per-click management. They're top results. They're Google local maps. They're everything. You cannot, if you type in anything to do with cabinet refacing, you will find this company. You go to their website, they got one thing they want you to do. Get a free estimate. Fill out this form, get a free estimate. Fill out the form, get a free estimate. They don't care about anything else. Fill out the form and get a free estimate. They get 30 of these a month. We can track how many people come to the site, how many people fill out the form, how many of those people actually let them come to their house to make the estimate, how many of those people actually purchase, and how much money they make off of each one, and then we can take that amount of money and decide how much to spend on marketing. You know, I'm like a gangster with this thing in my hand. The funny part is I didn't even look at it before I started. So it means nothing to me in terms of time. I hope you're...
You have about 6 left.
6 minutes? Okay. So, that's one example. Take another example. We just did the entire York 1 school district. In York, South Carolina, the whole school district, all the schools, the district office, everything. They've got hundreds of people that can log into this system, into this website, and they can add posts and blogs. But what's the point? What's the goal? What's the purpose? Right? The purpose, the goal, the point for this organization is that they want to, we had to define a goal, increase participation of stakeholders. Stakeholders are the community, the parents, the board members, the whatever. That was our goal. We can achieve that. We can achieve that. If that's our goal, we know where are we putting money and why is it valuable. Have we increased participation of stakeholders or have we not? With Carolina Cabinet, we're facing it's to get free estimates. That is the goal. Get free estimates. Have we gotten more estimates or not? We can measure it. I'm working with WHI a couple months ago. We launched their new website. Their basic goal is to increase their community of participants and listeners. Why? Because they can sell more radio ads if we get more people involved in the station. It's a well-defined goal. It's incredibly important. People skip right over that, you know? So here's the ideal experience. Somebody sits down at the computer and they type in what they want, exactly what they want, and they click enter. Boom, they're using a search engine, whether it's Yahoo, MSN, Google, whatever it is. Results come back up. Whatever they typed in, the results of what they typed in, that's what comes up. If you're not there, you're conspicuously absent. If they typed in exactly what you do, if they are the exact type of person that would be the mechanic versus the dealership or whatever unique proposition that you're offering, that Bill has helped you understand that you're offering, if they typed in exactly what you do and the results are that you're not there, you're conspicuously absent. If you are there, click on your result and then click on other people's results. That's what they are doing. They're understanding you in the local marketplace versus the other result. Are you expensive? Are you corporate? Are you whatever? Are you everyday person? Are you approachable? Whatever your shtick is, whatever, is it communicated online? So here's my suggestions to you. Here's what you should do. It's not rocket science. It's the simplest thing ever. Now, it's difficult, but it's simple. All you want to do is be in front of the person who wants to hire you. That's it, you know? It sounds ridiculously simple, and that's it. And here's how you achieve it. With search engine rankings and with your website. You just create a website that, first you have to understand what you actually are offering. What your unique selling proposition is. Once you do, you just create a website. The homepage design, the wireframe, the way it's laid out, the things that you're saying, things you're offering, that communicates that immediately. So that I type in exactly what I need, and you come up as a result, I click on it, I land there, and I'm like, hey, this is what I need. It's that simple. If you understand what your client is buying, your ideal client, you just design a page that communicates to them, hey, this is how we serve. This is how we serve. So how do you get into search engine rankings in the right place? Here's the beauty of it. Search engines work well. They're doing the work for you. If you just would simply articulate specifically how you serve, you will show up in the right places. Because they're trying to deliver the best results they possibly can. I type in corporate tax attorney Rock Hill, Google's job. They're spending billions of dollars to give me a result that is a corporate tax attorney in Rock Hill. All you have to do is articulate specifically how you serve. Right? Do you have a copy business and do you mostly do small package delivery? Say it. Say it, say it. There's two things search engines work on. Content and link back. Content and link back. You got to publish, 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 publish. Write about what you do, write about what you do, write about what you do. Because every time you publish something, Google will come and read it and index it. The bot does that. It reads it and indexes it under whatever you wrote about. How do you get up in the search engine rankings? You get other people linking to you. They're Stanford boys that created this thing, right? It's academia. The more people that reference your academic work, the more valuable your work is. That's how the whole system is built. The more people linking to you, the more you come up. So here's what you do. First, understand what you're selling. This is how I've got to end, because I'm sure I'll run out of time. This is what you have to do. Understand what you're selling, and that comes back to Bill's thing. And then just hire somebody like Tamara or whoever, us or whatever, and clearly articulate that into a homepage kind of experience. Say, here's what we do, here's what we're offering. And then all you want to do is publish content and go out and get link backs to yourself that are relevant to what you do. If you're a financial advisor, go to as many different directories as you can find. Type in financial advisors. Whatever comes up, go there. It'll say add your business. Click on it. Add your business. Hire an administrative assistant. Put them on there all day long. Add you to different directories, to different sites. Plugging you in. Get plugged in. Because what will happen is the random person will sit down, whether they've been referred to you and they're typing your name of your business, or whether they have not been referred to you and they're moving to Fort Mill and they need insurance, whatever. They will type in what they want and they will click enter. And the results that come up, those are their options. And if you should be there, then you should absolutely be there. And when they click on your results, they should be reinforced. Hey, this is what I'm looking for. So that's it. Figure out what you sell, what you do. Just create a nice, simple design. It doesn't have to be a 1,000,000-page website. It can be a 5-page website. Exactly what you do. And then try to get plugged into the social network. Try to show up on search engines for exactly what people are coming at you for. And that's all it takes. It's very simple. Here's a tip I'll leave you with. Everybody in this room, for free, should go to Google Local. Google.com/local. Go there and click on Add My Business and add yourself. Because if you type in whatever service and then you type in a city name, the results that come up, it'll show a map and some listings. You ever seen that? And then below it will be the normal Google listings. You cannot be in those map listings unless you have manually gone and entered yourself, created an account, and entered yourself within a physical address. It's the easiest, cheapest, fastest thing you can do to improve your search engine rankings and get in front of your audience, is to go to google.com/local. And I'll leave you with this little bit of information. The web is not a mystery. It's not something that you try to fool people with. It's not anything new at all. It's just a new way that people communicate, the new way that people find out information. You want to be as honest and singular as you can be. I serve you in this one way. And stick true to it. And the web will reward you for that. Line extend yourself thin, and the web will push you down into oblivion. Stay specific, and you will rise up as an achiever in that specific area. That's all I got. Thank you.